Evening all, and welcome to a What's Next video for Factory Town. Now, Season 4 on this map hasn't technically come to an end. It's just going to go through a move. In order to continue this map and get our happiness up to the magic 5,000, which we can technically get above because we're allowed to make more houses and things now, doing things in here, doing the research in here. So, yeah, I'm not really going to do that, I think. Yeah, the house maximums, I'm not sure. I kind of want to hit the magic 5,000 mark with the houses we have and see if that's doable. But we need to refactor a lot of things. This whole system here needs to just be bigger because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kitchens in here doing things. Which, although some are doing the same thing here, that we basically need to come out and we need to go have like 2 kitchens dedicated to doing the beef and have them separated out so they've got space to do things. But in order to do that, and all these things here we need to spread out as well, I need to obviously spread things out over here, change things up, do things in different places, maybe even move this here again out the way because it's going to be kind of in the way for things. But it's going to be basically taking it apart and rebuilding it and making it better, and that's fine. I'm happy to do that, and I will be doing that. But if I was to cut it up into half an hour episodes, it's either going to be split over many episodes, which isn't fantastic, or I'm going to be doing a lot of camera, which again isn't fantastic. It's not really something that I want to do. So what we're going to do instead is move this map and Season 4 over to a weekly live stream, which I'd like to start up hopefully this Sunday coming, which will be Sunday the 7th. No, Sunday the 8th. At about 6 PM UK time, I think. I'm not 100 definite on that, but it will be then, and we shall see there. I've not done any live streaming, so it's going to be interesting for me, and hopefully some people can come along and we can have a chat and have a hangout. And if you've got any questions about anything, I can sort of do it there. I know I go through the logic, and some people don't quite understand exactly what I've done with it, or I'm going over something too fast. So maybe we could do them things there, or some other questions about other things that I've done, and it'll be fun. We can hang out. I can listen to your suggestions, and hopefully you can help make this map much more productive than it currently is, because your feedback has certainly changed a lot of things. This whole thing here was a suggestion. So yeah, that's what we're going to do with this one here. As for a new playthrough of Factory Town, I'd like to do that, but I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with it. So we've got a few options. I could just start a new game, hit the default button, and it will take me into a random map, and we could just play normally, play the way the game's supposed to be, and just do everything we've got to do, terraform bits and pieces, build whatever we want to do whatever, and put down resources, and that'd be fun. That'd be fun to do. But I kind of like the idea of a challenge. There are a few challenges on the Discord, the Factory Town Discord. People doing anything from no terraforming to the no resource challenge that I did for last season. There's also a couple of map-specific ones. If we go into advanced mode here, if we were to turn off the biomes there and then go to was it Volcanic Islands? I think it was. Yes. Somebody has suggested this one here, and the challenge is called "I'm on a boat." And it basically, as you can guess, you're not allowed to build bridges over things. You're only allowed to put boats going around things. I like that. It's kind of a good way of doing things. I would also change the way the resources work to being concentrated. I kind of like that idea. You could still place resources in this one here. It wouldn't be a normal one, but the concentrated basically means that there's less often of goods, but there are much more of them in one area. So you know, more trees in one area, stone is much bigger. So yeah, that I kind of like the idea of doing that, and obviously we could have a limited map size as well. Another one that I really like the idea of, and was kind of suggested by Sophie Lou, which is one that I kind of like, was going with something like this, going with the desert one, maybe making it a bigger map. don't think the small map would work. We could do it with a medium map, I suppose. It doesn't matter. A small map would be a real pain because you'd run out of space very, very quickly, and it wouldn't really work for what I want to do this. But the idea of this one would be trains. It would be all cart systems for it. So probably, well, you'd be allowed to have resources put down. So I could get the resources and put them down and do whatever. That'd be fine. But I wouldn't terraform as much. I might terraform a little bit, but the idea would be that conveyor belts can only be either not used at all, or just be, say, 5 blocks long. So if we had, say, a forester here, the maximum we could only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the belt could go to there, and that'd be it, and then into a barn. And then we can't go from a barn out either. That wouldn't be fair. You know, the whole length of it would only have to ever have to be, say, 5 long. So if we went, say, from here into a lumberyard and then so we limit the belt usage. Might bend that rule a little bit as you're playing. So, you know, it goes into a barn here, gets carried away by a train somewhere else, comes out of the barn via a belt. Distribution might be a bit awkward for it, but basically you wouldn't have long belts going everywhere. It would all be trains. So it's kind of like a Wild West thing. So you'd have, you know, you've got the frontier here, you'd have coal being picked up over here or wherever and carried along over to somewhere else to be used and then come back. And it's all done by trains, which I can't, all done by my cars, which I kind of like the idea of. That's quite a cool sort of design there for it. There's a few other ones as well where you just basically pick any sort of one here. I think Highfoot Hills was one. That's try that again. I don't quite know what's going on with that one there, but yeah, obviously this one has no water, so you'd have to use wells for everything, which would make life a bit awkward. And also you could do this and say no terraforming. You've got to build in and around everything that's here, so that would. There are many things that could be done. If you've got also challenges that you might know of yourself that you've come up with, then give it a try. I would like to hear them and give things a try. Islands with no terraforming would be really, really awkward because you would have very little space to build things. But again, an interesting challenge. Could be tied in with that rail one as well, where you're not allowed to use very long conveyor belts, so you'd have to have rails going around, or the boats, I suppose. But yeah, so basically, let me know what you'd like to see next. What should we go for? What should we do? We could just do a standard playthrough. As I said, just hit the default button and just play through and see what happens there. Or we can even change the resources to whatever you feel like. You know, mineral focus changes things here. There's many different things around. So yeah, I'm up for pretty much any challenge that's reasonable. There are a few challenges which are just like, don't ever upgrade houses, leave them at level 1. That just means you don't have as many people to do things with. So instead of having, say, 5 or 6 pastures to do something, you've only got 1. And it just slows down. It makes the game slower. So that I'm not really a fan of limiting my population because it would just make the game slower. I'd like a challenge where I've got to, like this no resource placing, I've got to go and find the things to do it. That I kind of liked, although doing it on a sparse map would be a real pain because of finding corner and everything would be an absolute nightmare. So yes, let me know what you think. Have a look through here. See if you do things. There are scenarios you beat. There are scenarios coming, I believe, but there aren't any in here actually yet. So but yeah, let me know what you think, what you'd like to see, and we'll sort of take it from there. Other videos this week will be carrying on as normal. There won't be any Factory Town this week, I don't plan. So there won't be one on Wednesday or Friday, but there will be the normal videos on Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday. So we'll see there. And then Sunday, obviously, we shall hopefully start the live stream and get going. But so I look forward to seeing what you've come up with. And until then, have fun.